Lagoon conservation. Let me slow down. The health of the Indian River Lagoon directly impacts our environment, economy, and quality of life. What is one decision made by the current city council that you would have voted differently on, and what specific facts or principles would have led you to a different vote? I'm just going to go skip it because we've got extra people and it's going to mess up. So Dorothea, you go, we'll pass it around and you'll be last.
Wow, I can't think of something specifically off the top of my head. I do know that recently they just invested $9 million into water treatment plants, none of which was on the Indian River Lagoon. They put $5 million over at Blue Heron and $4.5 million at the one on Oxford. But the one on the Osprey, it needs a lot of work. It's constantly leaking. One thing that I didn't say is I have worked at Dixie Crossroads for 21 years. Laura Lee is someone that I listen to often. She's someone that I spend time with. And I understand the importance of our lagoon and the preservation of the environment that's out there. It brings a lot of tourist dollars into here, and I understand the importance of making it sustainable, and we need to continue to improve the quality that's out there.
So the question was,
what is one decision made by the current city council that you would have voted differently on, and what specific facts or principles would have led you to vote differently?
Probably the flock camera stuff, and I think it's because we haven't, if we're going to, add more surveillance to the city, maybe we should fix the infrastructure first.
It was kind of in reference to
so,
the Indian River Lagoon.
Oh,
That
just for the
specific.
Indian River Lagoon. Oh,
Yes.
that's specific. Well, you spend money on that. I don't know that they, just the vote that they did for the Indian River Lagoon. What have they done? I agree. I think the Osprey plant, I think instead of doing Band-Aids on that plant, I think we need a new plant. We need to stop doing Band-Aids on that. I even asked during one of the P&Z meetings that why are we, what's the ROI on this? Have they done a study to say, what if we just spend all the money on doing a new plant? So that's probably one decision I would vote differently on. Instead of just approving the Band-Aid, I would have said, let's do a study about what having a new plant would do. So.
I absolutely love your question. I grew up in this town my whole life and fished on that river since I was a little boy. Me and my dad used to go cast net and all the beaver paper. Okay? If y'all remember years ago, this ain't been this council. It's been passed down the council, passed another council, you take care of this. It's been just, hey, I promise you this, that, and the other thing. Take my picture, elect me. I think what needs to be done. Anybody remembers years ago, remember the Trident Basin when we come here? Come on, some of you old people remember that, right? You remember that, Trident Basin? Well, the people like Palin's and them, back in the day, all the fruit growers shut them down. They shut that project down because they didn't want the tidewater to flood their roads. Well, we don't have roads anymore. We have developments, okay? The first thing you do, let me ask you this, common sense. If you potty in your commode and you don't flush it, does it get back up? Because what this river needs is a filter system. My idea of it, to fix a simple fix, let's go to Mesquite Lagoon. God almost done it, but let's go to Mesquite Lagoon and open up a little canal there. Not so large boats can go through, so that we can get the flow in and out of a filter system to get this mess that's backed up. And I know this all too well because I live right here on this river, at 5270 Indian River, the River Edge Drive. I see it all the time, and that little cove, how bad it gets backed up. If we could create a little filter system, I've asked God, please let it do it, because hopefully, if it ever did it, it'd be hard for them to clean it. It'd be a natural filter system. But we can't wait on that. That river is completely destroyed by all the stuff that's been dumped in. If y'all remember years ago, remember all the plant people that came up from all up north? They robbed the river of its natural filter system.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yes.
Thank you.
So what is one decision made by the current city council that you would have voted differently on, and what specific facts or principles would have led you to a different vote based on the Indian River Lagoon conservation?
So unfortunately, I don't have a response to that because I don't know any off the top of my head. But if we were going to improve the health, if we were going to improve the health of the Indian River Lagoon, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. We can go to other communities that have had improvements of their lagoon and figure out how to adopt them. Like Tim said, I think there was talks of opening up a channel and allowing circulation. I have a neighbor across the street who's a guides fisherman. He's been doing it for over 20 years. He doesn't need to fish in the river anymore. He still fishes out there, but it's catch and release. So he also spoke of them possibly opening up a canal of some sort and improving the filtration of the water that comes through this. If that's the answer, then that needs to be looked upon. I don't know if the city can actually do it because it might be under the government, the federal government, but there's other ways that we can get creative by adding oysters and clams and doing different things like that. But I think we really shouldn't invent the wheel. We should look at other communities and see how their lagoons helps improve and move from there. Thank you.
Are you good, Dave? You good with the question?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
All 3 times. Just gotta collect my thoughts now. It's all good. City Council really hasn't done much for the river recently. The most recent one they did was the bubble program that Laura Lee did. I don't know if that's done any good. It was a good idea, so why not go with that? Or advice of don't eat anything out of that river. Nothing is safe. I'm not joking. There's going to be studies coming out. You're going to want to read them. But yeah, City Council's kind of ignored it. We need to concentrate more on the lagoon. We need the tourism from the lagoon with all these. Oh, here we go. But yeah, we get a lot of tourism with the wildlife refuge with the lagoon and stuff like that. When I was a kid, I'm sure Tim can agree with me that it was clear out there. I used to wade fish out there. You could see all the way to the bottom, no problem. And last time I went in that river, I came out smelling like a sewer. So we need to do something because we haven't done anything. That's not
You might want to give me about a week to answer this whole question as much as I have to say about it. So I was part of the team with Ms. Bailey and her nonprofit that studied the cancer-causing chemicals, PFAS, throughout the lagoon for 3 years at the University of Florida. I was also instrumental in helping collect petitions for the right to clean water. As the citizens got that on the ballot, they walked out, they went out in the heat, they knocked on doors, they got that put on our ballot, and then when we voted for our right to clean water, we were denied. We were denied after the people voted 83% to pass a ballot initiative for the people. City Council said no. We voted, and they said no. I believe they took our constitutional right away when they did that. So the right to clean water would have actually given us teeth in circumstances where polluters did dump or pollute in our river. We would have had legal standing to take legal action against corporations if they polluted our waterways. So that is definitely something that I would have done differently.